Good morning. Hi, this is Gary Lee Stanley. We're going to talk about my favorite subject today, which is sales. Oh my gosh. This is a subject that I think is very important for new salespeople and salespeople in general. The thing is why are salespeople so special? Oh my gosh, that's a great question. The reason why I ask that is because, see, a lot of times as salespeople, we get into the business and it's by chance. A lot of times we think that there's an opportunity. We hear that these guys make good money, these ladies make good money, and we want a piece of it. That's just the way it normally works. And a lot of times people think that salespeople, when you get into it, it's an easy profession. Well, I'm going to have to kind of give you some bad news and some good news. The bad news is it's not that easy. Holy cow. I mean, to get into sales, it might be easy for you to fill out an application, go down and apply for a job because you got a good attitude that day and you get a sales job. It could be retail. It could be working in the field, business to business over the phone, talking to people in customer service. Well, sales and being in sales and having a good attitude is so very important. Now, one of the benefits that I can recommend that if you're just getting into sales, and the reason why you're so special is that you have the willingness and the want to help people. It's very, very important. Salespeople, we're not wanting to have people in our business that are manipulators. And there are a lot of those out there that are looking for the short-term fix to make a little bit of money and get out. But unfortunately, that makes us salespeople look pretty bad because a lot of people say, oh, I don't trust salespeople because they did this or they did that. They did some things that are wrong. But if you are a salesperson and you're wanting to be a great salesperson, that means your lifestyle is be predicated around helping other people. That's very important because if you are a salesperson, the opportunities that you have been given is a great one. I mean, you can start as a very mediocre salesperson, get some really good training, and you can be a very successful person. I've got friends of mine that are in sales that started like I did at the very bottom, and they worked their ways up to being number one in the top 5 and 10% in their company, even number one, which is very important. And the reason why you're so important as a salesperson is because you make the world go around. I've said this many times in my videos. You make things happen. Without salespeople, nothing happens. That's why you're so important, and salespeople matter. Oh my goodness, don't think that you are, just because you're a salesperson, that you're not important. Oh, that guy's a salesman. Oh, that's what people say. They don't give us the dignity and the respect that we deserve. Because salespeople, we take ideas, philosophies, and things, and we bring it down to a little bit of information so that a customer, a client, can make a decision on owning something that we have to sell. Now, why you're so important is that with these concepts and ideas, you're able to change things in people's lives. Oh my gosh, a lot of people want things, but a lot of times they don't know that they need things unless somebody's there to articulate it and give them the information about why they should invest in a particular product. It's really important. And as a salesperson, the reason why I say you're so important and why you're so valuable is that with companies today, if you weren't there, they would not be able to make money. They may stumble across a little bit of deals here and there, but without somebody actually physically going to these businesses, calling these people and asking for their business, nothing would get done. Salespeople, we are very, very important in our industry. It doesn't matter what job or what company you work for, you have to have sales. You have to have somebody who's going to pick up the phone and ask for the order. You're going to have somebody who's going to be able to share concepts and ideas for you as a salesperson. That is wonderful. If you have this bent, you don't have to be a very outgoing person, but it really helps a lot if you have charisma. You have a positive attitude. You have this where to that you want to be successful and that you believe in yourself. Now, I ain't saying that you're, being vain, because there are some vain people. They think that they're stink and they don't, they just don't think, what they do is bad. Now, if you are a good salesperson, that means you've taken the hours and hours of training to be able to be a successful salesperson. You're special because you've taken this, like I've mentioned before, you can work on cars and everything, but if you don't study it and learn how to actually work on it, you won't be good at it. And as a salesperson, we want to be the best that we can actually be, which is so so important because you matter and salespeople are so important. I keep saying this because I know in my own life, I remember when I first got into sales, people say, oh, you shouldn't do that. I mean, you need to get a regular job, you know. And I did try those regular jobs, but they didn't make me feel good inside. I mean, I get a kick when I help somebody get something and then I go back later and they come back and buy from me again because they said that I was such a good salesman. You know, a lot of times people say you're a good salesman because they don't want to buy from you. They're afraid to buy from you. But if they come back and say, you know, you really helped me get something, you changed my life, you should feel good about what you're doing because what you've done is you've helped them see a better light. You know, it's really important. I'm trying to sell you on the idea that being a salesperson is a very, very great thing. Holy cow. I mean, my goodness, if you are in sales and you're just getting into it, you're going to see things change. You're going to have a lifestyle that's different. You're going to be one of these kind of people that gives out ideas and suggestions and watch people invest. It's amazing. There are so many different type of sales fields out there. And what matters is that you help people, you know, see the reality. Don't put yourself down. Oh, I'm just a salesman. Don't ever say that because see, you matter and you are important. I keep saying this because salespeople, you know, a lot of times people get in the business and they're not really good at it, you know, and then they try it and they say, well, oops, I didn't like sales. It didn't work for me. Well, it was probably because you didn't get somebody who could motivate you and tell you that you can do this job and show you how to actually learn how to close. And a lot of times people just do it for a short time because they don't see the benefits. They don't see the residual. And if you stick and stay in sales, you'll definitely see that you can have a great lifestyle. You can have money that is available to you. Now, again, there are some people that are geared towards having a 9-to-5 job, a basic job. They work their 40 hours a week. They have no other monies that are coming to them except for what they get paid. As a salesperson, the advantage that you have, what makes it so great to be a salesperson is you can make as much money as you possibly can. And what that means is because you work on commission, you stress the ideas in your mind that, hey, I can make even more. What do I need to do? All I have to do is set goals. I have to set priorities. I have to look for my customers. I have to work towards getting those customers. And then as a salesperson, I can get as many sales as I possibly can. And if I'm not as good in this particular sales job, there are other sales jobs that are available. And a lot of times people start out in a small, minuscule sales job and they become very, very good at it. Some stick and stay with the company they're at, but some are like myself, have different companies that I've worked for and, you know, at first struggled, but got better and better and better. Just remember, you are important. Salespeople matter. And it's so important that you feel good about what you do. If you are a salesperson and you don't feel good about what you do, get out. Literally, because we need great salespeople, and you're one of them. Holy cow, you're a great salesperson. You've just got to sell yourself on why being successful matters. We just had a great conversation on why salespeople are important, why they matter, and believe it or not, you are a great salesperson. If you're not there yet, keep training, keep trying. Just put a smile on your face every day and ask for the order. Oh my gosh, just ask, would you like to go ahead and get this today? Oh my goodness. This is Gary Lee Stanley, or Gary Stanley Salesperson. That's what my videos are under, and this is my brand. And if I can help you with anything, just give me a holler. And just if you like it, give us a thumb up. And if you'd like more information about how to be a great salesman, just keep asking. This is Gary Lee Stanley. Have a wonderful day and go out and sell something.